Okay, hello everyone, welcome to the lecture. Today we are going to discuss about sequencing problems. Here, before we are going to solve this problem, first of all we have to know the sequencing. What is the sequencing and where we are using the sequencing? Here it is used in industries. They are using machines. They are going to start the machine and stop the machine. They are doing some functions or some jobs they are doing. In that mission allocation and mission ideal times they are going to calculate by the help of sequencing problem. Here we have three types of sequencing problems. That is, one is n jobs 2 missions, and second one is n jobs 3 missions, and third one is n jobs m missions. Okay, here coming to the n jobs 2 missions, it is called as Johnson's rule. It is also called as Johnson's rule. It is invented by Johnson. That's why we are calling this rule is called as this problem is called as Johnson's rule problems. Okay, I would like to explain this n jobs 2 missions by taking the example. Here we have one problem, that is there are 7 jobs, each of which have to go through missions A and B in order AB processing time in hours is given in the table. Calculate total elapsed time, ideal time of both missions and total ideal time of the system. We have to calculate. Here they are given 2 missions, that is mission A and mission B. Those missions are used to prepare 7 jobs, and also they are given the sequence of job, which mission is first we are starting and which mission is second we are doing. The sequence also they are given here, A and B. Here they are asking to find out the total elapsed time and ideal times of the both missions we have to calculate. Here they are given the missioning hours they are given. Here first we are going to solve this problem by taking the optimal sequencing of jobs, because here we have the 7 jobs. Here we are going to take any one job first, and after that, after finishing the job, we are going to the second job. But here we don't know the job sequence. Here we know the missioning sequence they are given. Now we are going to find the job sequence. Which job we are doing first, then which job we are doing next. We have to find out that. That is called as optimal sequence. Coming to the solution, in first point we have to do the optimal solution or optimal sequencing. Optimal sequence we have to calculate. Optimal sequencing of jobs we have to calculate in first step. Okay, here how many jobs we have? Total 7 jobs are there. I am going to take 7 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one more job is 7. Here I am taking 7 boxes for 7 jobs, and then here we are going to find the sequence of the job. It is also called as order of the job we are going to calculate here. Okay, here we have the 2 missions, that is, here we are starting mission A sequence. From this direction we are taking the mission A, and mission B we are taking from this direction. Okay, here we have one rule in a Johnson to finding the sequencing. First of all, we have to identify the minimum hours from this table. Here we have the mission A processing time and mission B processing times. From this we are going to identify the minimum value of any one job. Coming to the mission A, here what is the minimum? Mission A is 3 hours and mission B also 3 hours. Okay, the minimum time is 3 is there. Coming to the mission A, 3 hours is there, mission B 1 hour is there. Here we are going to give the sequence. First, which job we are starting? First mission A sequence we are starting, then mission B sequence we are starting. Okay, coming to the mission A, here the mission A is having 3 hours. Here the mission A is 3 hours we have. Minimum time is 3 hours in mission A. So we are taking that sequence, job sequence 1. Where it is available 3 hours at job 1. So we take 1 is here. Okay. And 1 is over. Job 1 is completed. Why? Because we are starting mission A with job 1. Next, coming to the next minimum. First, what is the minimum from this table? 1 is there. 1 is the minimum. So we have to take first 1. one we have to take one at where we have the one, machine B we have the one, so we are going to denote one is here. Okay, first we are going to start the machine B at sixth job. Okay, the processing time is 1 hour. Next, coming to the next one, next minimum is 3 is there. 3 at machine A we are starting, and machine B 3 is there. So we are going to take seventh job at B. We are taking the job A sequence from this side, and we are taking the job B sequence from this side. Okay, and these two are over. 3 is over. Next, coming to this, which one is the minimum? Here 6 is the minimum. Okay, at 6 we have two places, machine A and machine B. So here we have the tie between the hours. From this, at the time of this situation, at the time of the tie, we are going to take, we are going to give the first preference to mission A. Okay, so I would like to give, I'm going to do the job at mission A first. Okay, it is over. Okay, no need to take mission B at the time. Okay, when we have the tie at the same column, there we are going to apply this. When we have the tie between two jobs, we are going to take the sequences. At one is at B and another one is at A. Okay, there is no confusion. Here we have the tie between hours at the same column, same job. So we are giving preference to first mission. So that's why I am giving preference here. 4 I would like to take 4 is here. Next, coming to the next minimum. What is the next minimum? Here we have the minimum 10 is there, 10 is there, 10 is there. So from this we are going to take 10. Here mission A we have taken. This value I am taken. Okay. 5 I am going to take 5 is here. Next, job 3 is there, job 2 is there. So here I would like to take 2 first, because from the serial I would like to take 2. Why? Because machine A is also having minimum value. That's the reason I am going to take 2. Here I am going to take 2 from machine B. Next also 10 is there. So 3 I am going to take here. This is the optimal sequence of jobs. Based on this sequence, we are going to calculate the ideal time, and we are going to calculate the total elapsed time. Here, this ideal time and total elapsed time was calculated by the help of table. The table indicates it is job sequence. The table contains this is job sequence. Next one is two machines are there, machine A and machine B. Here we are going to take starting time, ideal time, end time. Same I am going to take starting time, ideal time, end time we have taken. Okay, it means time in, time out. Here we have taken ideal time. You also say time in, time out, ideal. Okay. Here what is the sequence? Where we get the sequence? Here we obtained the sequence from this optimal sequence of jobs. So I would like to take sequence is 1, next sequence is 4, next 5, next 3, next 2, next 7, next is 1. Okay, this is our After taking the sequence, we are going to calculate time in, time out, idle time, time in, time out, idle time. First, coming to the mission A. Here, the mission A is taken 3 hours processing time. First, I would like to take, we are going to start the mission A at 0 hour. 0th hour, we start the mission A. And job 1 we are taken. Job 1, how many times we are spending at mission A? Job 1, we did at 3 hours. Okay, the mission A is working 3 hours for job 1. Okay, after here we are starting at 0th hour and we did and we did 3 hours continuously. So there is no idle time. Idle time means mission A waiting time. So here we started at 0th hour. So there is no idle time. Next I am going to start timing at 4th job. We are going to start at 3rd hour because at 3rd hour mission A is completed, job 1 is completed. Now I am going to start second job, another job I am going to start at 4th hour, at 3rd hour I am going to start another job. Okay, and we are going to take time out. How many hours it will take? It will take processing time. At 4th, 6 hours it was taken. 6 hours it was working on 4th job. Mission A is working on 4th job 6 hours. Already we started at what time we started? 3rd hour we started. So 6 plus 3, what is the 6 plus 3? 9. Okay. Next job was time out for at 9th hour. Here there is no idle time. Next coming to the 5th job. It is we are going to start at 5th job at 9th hour. Now 9th hour we are going to start 5th job. Okay. After starting the 9th hour, it will take the hours, processing hours is 10 hours are there. 10 hours plus 9, total 19 hours. At 19th hour, the job was completed and we are coming out. Here also there is no waiting time or there is no idle time. It was continuously working. Okay, next job we are going to start at 19th hour. Then how many number of hours we did the job? 15 hours we did. So 15 plus 19, 34 hours. We did at 34 hours we come out. Okay, 3rd job was finished at 34th hour. Next we are going to start another job at 34th hour. Okay, and it will take 12 hours time. So total is 34 plus 12, 46. Okay, next coming to the 7th job, we are going to start 7th job at 46th hour and it will take the processing time is 9 hours. 46 plus 9, 55 hours it will take. Okay, there is no idle time. Next coming to the first job, here we are going to start at 55th hour. Then we did time is sorry, we did one mistake. Here it is 6. Job sequence is 6. It is not 1, it is 6. Okay, it is 6th. Here we are going to do the 6th job at mission A is 11 hours. It means 55 plus 11, 66. Here also there is no waiting time. There is no idle time. So this 66 is there now. This 66 is called as elapsed time. Elapsed time of mission A. But here we have two missions. That's why after calculating the machining hours of for the both missions, then only we take the elapsed time. If they are given only one mission means we take this 66 is a elapsed time. Now coming to the second mission. Here time in, time out, idle time we are going to calculate in this mission also. Here at mission B where we started, here after completion of the mission A we are coming to the mission B. Why? Because here they are given A, B processing. After completion of A only we are coming to the B. Okay, here mission timing, when we are going to start first job at mission B, here up to 3 hours mission A is working. So up to that time we are going to wait. After that we are going to start the work. So the timing is 3rd. At 3rd hour we are starting the mission B. And the timeout, how many hours it will take to complete the job 1? At 8 hours it will take. 8 plus 3, 11 hours. At 11th hour it will come out. Then what is the ideal time? Up to 3rd hour it was in ideal position. Okay, So the ideal time is 3. Okay, next coming to the second job. Okay, here mission B is coming out, time out is 11 hours and mission A is completed at 9th hour only. So here there is no waiting time. It means uh, mission B is taken 11th hour, up to 11th hour. So here also mission A is completed at 9th hour and again it will start at 9th hour. So here the job is waiting but not mission is ideal. Here the job is ideal. Okay, after completion of the job we are placing the job at outside. Okay, we are waiting for mission. We are not the mission was not waiting. The mission, both missions are working. Why? Because at 9th hour job 5 was started and here up to 11th hour job 1 was processing. So here there is no mission ideal time. Here only we have the job ideal. That's why we are not taken that value here. So we are going to start a second job at 11th hour. And how many hours it will take for fourth? 6 hours is there. 11 plus 6, 17. Here how many hours it was in ideal? Here there is no ideal time. Okay. Next, coming to the fifth job, another job. Here the job is completed at 19th hour. Next, coming to the next job. At fifth job was processing up to 19th hour. Here we are completing second job at 17th hour. But mission A is working up to 19th hour. But mission B is completed at 17th hour. Here what is the difference is there? 2 hours is there. So that is the ideal time. Now we are going to start mission B at 19th hour. We are starting the mission B. We are starting at mission B is 19th hour, right? Because here the job 4 is completed at 17th hour. But at 17th hour the job 5 was processing, under in processing. So it was completed at 19th hour. After 19th hour we are going to start B processing. Okay, here we are started at 19th hour. And what is the process time? Here the processing time is 12 hours. 12 hours means total we are taken 31 hours. Okay. Next, coming to the third job. Third job was completed at 34th hour in mission A. But the mission B is completed his job at 31st hour. He want to wait up to 34th hour. So we are going to start at next one is at 34th. So here the ideal time is 3 hours. Then the processing time is for mission 3. For job 3 processing time is 10 hours. So total is 44. Okay. Next, coming to the next job. Job 2. It is completed at 46th hour. But the mission B completed his job at 44. So up to 46 mission B was ideal. So we are going to start mission B at 46. And here the ideal time is 2. And the processing time of the job 2 is 10 hours. So 46 plus 10, 56. Next, coming to the next job, 7th job. Here it was completed at 55th hour in mission A and mission B was doing job at up to 56 hour. So the job was waiting 1 hour. Up to 56 we are waiting, job was waiting. Here the mission was not waiting. So simply we are going to take 56 is starting time and here there is no ideal time, mission ideal time 56. And what is the processing time? At 7th job the processing time is B. At B the processing time is 3 hours. 56 plus 3, 59. Next, coming to the 6th job. 6th job was completed at 66th hour but the mission B completed his job at 59. Up to 66th hour he want to wait. So here the ideal time is 7 hours and starting time is 66th hour and the processing time is 1 hour. It is 67 hour. Okay. Now we are going to calculate the ideal time and total elapsed time. Here I am going to calculate ideal time of A mission and ideal time of B and elapsed time and total system ideal time. Total system ideal time. Now we are going to calculate this. Here coming to the ideal time of A. Here how to calculate ideal time of A? Here there is no ideal times. Then how will get ideal time? Here we have one logic. Ideal time of A means total jobs when we are finishing at 67th hour we completed all jobs. So up to 67th hour we have the mission, both missions are in running, both missions are in working. So but mission A is completed at 66th hour. His jobs was completed at 66th hour, but mission B was completed at 67th hour. So here what is the difference between these two? 1 hour is there. That is called as ideal time of mission A. Next coming to the ideal time of B. Here the sum of these ideal times is called as ideal time of B. So what is the sum? 3, 2, 5, 3, 8, 2, 10 and 17. Here 17. What are the units? 17 hours. This is 1 hour. Next elapsed time. What is the elapsed time? This is the elapsed time. After completion of all jobs at all missions, we have one time that is called as elapsed time. That is 67 hours. Next total system ideal time means we are going to take the sum of these two. 1 and 17. That is equal to 18 hours. Okay, this is our problem. Coming to this, what we did here first we take the problem, and here we are taking the order of the processing. Here the order is A and B, the order. Then after we are going to calculate the optimal sequence of jobs. Here what is the optimal sequence? Here we are going to calculate this optimal sequence based upon the processing hours. Here we have the two missions, mission A and mission B. We are going to start mission A at this end, and we are going to start mission B at this end. Here mission A is we are going to identify the minimum times from this table. Where we have the minimum time? At B we have the minimum time. Here we are taken this value. This value we are taken, and we are we are starting the sequence time. Here this minimum time where we have at 6th job we have. So I am going to place 6 in this sequence. Where we are going to place 6 here at minimum time where we have B. So I am going to start here. So I would like to take 6 is here. Next minimum time where we have 3 and 3. 2 is there. So 1 is at A. So I taken 1 is here, and another one we are taken here. Next minimum. So 1, 2, 3 are over. Next coming to the next minimum, 6 is there. Here we have the time between these two. So we are giving the preference to mission A. So I am going to take 4 is here. Next coming to remaining one. Remaining 3 tens are there. So we are giving first preference to A. So I would like to take 5 is here. Next 10, 10 is there. At the time we are going to check another missioning hours. Where we have the minimum, we are going to take that is first. So 10, 12, 10, 15. Here it is the minimum. So I am going to take mission B is here. Next mission C, another third job we are taken here. After finding the optimal sequence, we are going to calculate the total elapsed time, total ideal time. Here the time in, time out, ideal times we are going to calculate for both missions. Here first we are taken the job sequence. This job sequence we obtained from this optimal sequence. Next timing. Here it is called as starting time of the mission, and it is job finishing time, and it is waiting time of the mission. Okay, coming to the mission A, time where we started at 0th hour itself we are going to start the work. So when we started, that is called as 0th hour. So I am taking 0th hour we are starting, and we are we did the job 3 hours at mission A. How we get these 3? Here mission A is having processing time is 3 hours. So we add we started at 0th hour. 0 plus 3 means total 3 hours. Okay, the job 1 is completed at 3rd hour. So here there is no ideal time. We started at 0th hour. That's why we don't have any ideal time. Next coming to the job 4. Here we start the job 4 after completion of the job 1. So I taken that value, job 1 value I taken here. Okay, after job 1 we started at 3rd hour. Next how many processing hours we have taken for finishing this job? At mission A we have 6 hours. So 3 plus 6 I taken 9 hours. After 9th hour, job 4 is completed. Okay, next coming to the another job. Fifth job, we are coming to the fifth job. We started fifth job at 9th hour. Then what is how many fast processing hours we are taken? 10 hours we are taken for processing the job. 10 plus 9 is 19. Next coming to the another job, third job. We started at 19th hour, and here the processing time of third job is 15. So 19 plus 15 we are taken 34 hours. Likewise, we are going to calculate job 2, job 7, job 6. Next coming to the mission job mission B. Here we started time, out time, idle time. Where we started the mission B after here what we are processing mission 1, job 1 we are going to processing at mission B after completion of the mission A. Why we are taking that? They are given the sequence A, B. After completion of A only we are going to the B. Okay. Job 1 is completed at third hour. Now we are going to start the mission B is at third hour. Okay. Third hour we are going to start. Here third hour we are starting job 1, and how many processing hours we are taken for that? 8 hours we are taken. 8 plus 3, 11 hours. Here up to when we started the job mission B at 11th hour, at third hour we are starting the mission B. Up to third hour the mission B was ideal, so we are taken 3 hours idle time. Next coming to the job 4. Here job 4 was completed at 9th hour, and mission B is completed at 11th hour. After 11th hour we are going to do the second job in this mission. It means fourth job we are going to do, we are going to perform in this mission. So 11 plus processing time of the processing fourth job is 6. 11 plus 6, 17. Here we don't have any idle time. Here we calculate the idle time is, here if the difference between timeout and mission timeout and the mission B timeout, from this we are going to take the idle time. If from the mission A, from these two, if the mission A is minimum compared to mission B, we have 0 idle time. If the mission A timeout is more than the mission time B out of previous job, means we have the idle time. That is one logic here. Okay. Here I am going to explain that logic. Previously I explained another way. Now here I am going to explain one logic for remembering. Here what timeout of the job A is 3, and we are taking the time in job 3 is 3. Here the difference between these two, how much is there? Time in and time out, 3 hours is there. So that is the ideal time. First case. Time in. These two differences, we are going to take the ideal time of mission B. Next coming to the second one. Here we are taking this time in and this time out. Okay. Here from these two, okay, sorry, that is not. Here we have the timeout, 11 hours is there. Here we have the timeout, 9 hours is there. Which one is the minimum? At job 1, timeout processing time at mission B, and job 2, and I mean second sequence, second serial job, timeout we are comparing. Here which one is the minimum? Time job mission A was the minimum. If suppose mission B was the minimum, we have some idle time. Here in this case mission B is having more value compared to mission A. Here the idle time is 0 because mission A is having minimum value compared to mission B. Okay. Next coming to this, here these two. Here 19th hour, here 17th hour. Mission B is the minimum. So here we have the idle time. The difference between these two are the idle times. 19 plus 17 is 19 minus 17, 2. Next coming to this 34, 31. Mission B is minimum. So here we are taking idle time. Next coming to this 46, 44. Which one is the minimum? B is the minimum. So we have the idle time is 2. Here 55, 56. Which one is the minimum? 55 is the minimum. So there is no idle time. Here coming to this 66, 59. Which one is the minimum? B is the minimum. So we are going to take idle time. These are the idle times. Here I am going to calculate idle time of A. Idle time of A is the difference between final job of the mission A and final job of the mission B. If there is no difference, means there is no idle time at mission. Here we have 1 hour. Next idle time of B. Idle time of B means here this sum we are going to take total 17 hours. Then elapsed time is after completion of the all jobs we have some time, that is elapsed time 67. Okay, that is 67 hours we are taken. Next total system idle time A plus B is 18 hours. It is the sum of total idle time of A and idle time of B. Okay, here from this we are going to we calculated elapsed time, idle time and total idle times of both missions. Okay, the problem is over. Thank you.